was your favorite show to shoot?
My favorite show to shoot was Lil Durk and Baby's show.
Really? Okay.
Because it was the first ever time that I got flown out to go shoot a show.
Mm-hmm. What was the whole process in that?
It was kind of crazy because I was out of I wasn't working anymore where I was working. And I was like, oh shit. It's about time that I start like sending out emails to different artists that were right there. And I sent.
How did you get in? Before you even, how did you even get in contact with them?
They always have their what's it called, managers on their Instagrams. So I just went on like I sent an email to Baby's manager, to Durk, to Polo G. I already had contact with Polo G, but that's besides the point. Like there's a lot of people that I sent an email to, and then Durk's PR sent me an email back saying that there's a show in Denver. This day it was actually a Tuesday.
Okay.
I'm like, I got school on Tuesday, but is it worth going? So I said I'll be down, and then was it like 2 hours later? She asked me for my full name and birthday, and then she sent me a flight ticket and a hotel, and I'm like, I had to sit back and reflect on that. I'm like, this is real. This is happening. It's on a Tuesday, so I gotta be there on a Monday, and go to the concert on Tuesday, come back on Wednesday, and
missed 3 days of class, low key.
I left a night on a Monday.
Oh wow!
So
okay.
I had already went to class.
Oh okay.
I missed Tuesday, and I had to lie to my professors, tell them, "Oh, I got a family emergency. I gotta be gone for this long." And then on Wednesday, I had to make it for my exam.
Ooh.
So imagine, I had to go to the concert. There was a meet and greet at the beginning, and then right after that, it's a show that ended around midnight because they had all their guys. It was like Baby had 2 sets.
Okay.
He started and then had another one at the end. It was crazy, and the movement, and then Carla Ray was there too, and then I finished the concert at midnight.
Okay.
Got back, edited, slept at like 3 a.m. At 5, I had to leave for the airport. Got back at like 9 a.m. back in Minneapolis. Had to drive from Minneapolis to St. Cloud and make it to my 2 p.m. class. And then that's when you sit back and realize there's too much stuff and sacrifice that goes in for you to make it to where you want to be. And then, yeah, that was one of my highlights of 2021.
Oh, wow. Yeesh. How was meeting Lil Durk?
His more chill than you would expect him to be. Because meeting him, I'm expecting, I'm going to meet that. He's big time. So he not going to be paying no attention. But he chill. And then the fact that 2 days later, India, who is fiance or whatever the fuck they was.
yeah.
Or whatever they is now. She reposted my picture.
Oh, word. Okay.
He had like over 40,000 likes on my Instagram. I'm like, damn. So then that got me thinking, all the sacrifice is actually not for nothing. And right after that, her friends came here for a shoot for the. I'm like, all this shit just happened in 1 week. So India reposted my picture.
Okay.
And then 2 days after that, her friends DM'd me asking for a shoot. They had their business, and I'm like, I'm in Minnesota. How is this gonna work? They're like, we coming to you. They came Saturday. I did the shoot, and then I just had to process all of that. Like, this is real. This is my life now. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes on to show that this ain't easy.
Okay. as you are going through these like phases of your content creation of that nature,
Yeah.
how do you like conduct yourself, especially when you're in a room with other people that are like quote unquote like big time?
You just stay yourself. Chill to yourself.
Okay.
Don't be a fanboy. Don't be one of those. Stay true to yourself. You know what you're in there to do. You know you have to be worth it to be in that room.
It's business, yeah. You
So-
hired me.
Market yourself.
Okay.
Show them that you have the potential to be there. You are who you are to have been in that room. So do what you're supposed to do. Do
Okay.
your work.
Was it first time you were doing like bigger shows? Did you ever get like distracted, like as you were in the moment? Like for example, when you were shooting for like Burna Boy or Fireboy or stuff like that nature, did you ever get like distracted being in those types of rooms?
No, actually, because you can ask a few people that have seen me at one of those shows. I'm like in my zone.
Okay.
All I see is which angle, running around the room. Like our common friend Prince, we shoot together. We shoot. He shoots videos. I mostly shoot pictures for concerts. He can tell you when we're there. I don't even think we're looking at who's in the crowd. I don't even think we're looking at what's going on because there'll be a bunch of fights, and I see later on snaps. I'm like, this what's going on? We're just running around trying to get the best angle, trying to get the best shot. So I would say I haven't really got to the point where I'm distracted, or I say I'm distracted in that moment.
Oh, I feel that. That's actually like really interesting. My friend once told me he also works like in the business of that, like entertainment and stuff of that nature. He was like, the first time you mess up is the last time you'll mess up because no one is inviting you back. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's one of the biggest reasons why you have to like really conduct yourself correctly?
Yes.
I feel that.
Because it's your image on stake.
How hard is it to rebuild a reputation, especially in this type of industry?
That's close to impossible.
Really? How so?
You have to really be, because first of all, it's hard to make it.
Okay.
For one. Second, imagine it's like, you know how far St. Cloud is to Minneapolis, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you do the walk from there to here. Imagine how long that walk is. Now, you get there, you mess up the mission you want to go do. And imagine having to walk back and having to walk back again to here. That's how hard. That's how hard it is to make it again and rebuild
all that trust,
all that reputation. Because as people putting faith in you, there's like a million people trying to be in the spot you are in.
Especially with like once in a lifetime opportunities like that. I kind of noticed that everybody talks, even like in the small like Minnesota area with like musicians and stuff of that nature, everybody knows everyone. So if you are out here gallivanting and just behaving in a way that's not conducive to success, I feel like everyone's going to hear about it. And it's like super easy to get like blackballed in a lot of entertainment.
Everybody's going to talk. Everybody's going to put you in a situation that you do not want to be in.
just watch.
Yeah.
I feel it.
Just behave.
I feel it. Oh, question. Transitioning from a lot of Afro artists and shooting now like American rappers and stuff like that nature, how does it differ?
One quick example, American rappers, they're more to themselves, and once they trust you, they trust you.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And the difference between African, like Afro, the whole industry is they'd rather put on their family first before they put on somebody who's actually good.
Okay. Yeah.
That's one quick thing that I noticed. Is they'd rather put on somebody who is black related, somebody who's family, before putting on somebody that actually is putting on the work and doing stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But once you make it in, like, you make it in the African industry, trust me, they're right with you.
They would
all
rather
the way.
go to you than any find a new person.
They're right with you 100%. If they have to pay that flight ticket, they're going to pay it.
Mm-hmm.
If they have to add a little bit just for you to be there, they are going to make that extra step.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to like American rappers, they always have a backup. If you can't make it, somebody else.
Don't even worry about it.
Don't even worry about it. Somebody else gonna do it.
Oh wow! Does it make you feel like replaceable, or do you feel like your like art like just stands out from the crowd?
Everybody was replaceable in this world,
Okay.
but it's about the impact that you leave when you leave that room.
Okay.
Like, am I gonna leave the people that came to shoot for satisfied?
Okay.
And that's what I try to leave every time I leave the room, every time I leave the concert, every time I leave a studio. I want to make sure my clients are satisfied to the max.
Okay. Okay. How do you do that?
I stay me. Like, first of all, the energy you bring in the room. You don't want to be that guy who's just sitting and, just taking pictures. You want to make them feel comfortable.
Oh, okay.
You want to make them feel like they're...
It's a whole experience interacting with you.
You want to build an experience for them, them to be like... Because then again, always comes back to the same point. Market yourself. Because people talk.
Okay.
And after that shoot, after that concert, after that studio shoot, they're going to go back and tell their friends, oh, this is what I did.
Mm-hmm.
And once they say what they did, you have to make sure they give you good reviews. They'll tell you, oh, you did great. He did this. He made us feel like this. Even if, like, you have to study your client.
Okay.
Let's say you're about to do a show with somebody who you never done the show before, but you know they can put you on to bigger things.
Okay.
So let's say you about to do a shoot for a graduation shoot, but you know that person is a foodie. You've seen their content. They like going to food spots a lot. Bring them a little bit of snacks.
Okay.
And make them feel at home. And it's those small details that gonna notice and give recommendation for, oh, this guy actually put in the time to know who I am as a person. And that goes a long way rather than you being, oh, I'm just here for my business type thing.
The research aspect of any type of job really sets people apart. And I low-key first learned that. I love the fact that I played sports when I was younger because of like, I feel like you learn so much from just athletics in general, right? And one of the things that I just like took away from playing basketball is that like everyone has a thing that they like and a way that they specifically move. And if you're able to just like interact with that idea of that person, you and that person just connect immediately.
Exactly. Because, quick example, every artist likes something different. So, who's a good example? Olamide.
Okay.
Olamide, we went to go pick him up at the airport. And then...
That was a great shoot. But continue.
He was a very chill guy. He just minded his business. And then I was watching a show on my phone for the ride from the airport to like back home, back to the hotel. I mean, I was watching this show, Blacklist.
Okay.
And he happened to notice that I was watching it, and just the conversation about the show built a longer relationship from him and I, because I was a season ahead of him. And then we was just talking about the previous season he was watching. And mind you, a month and a half later, after I done his concert and everything, he sent me a text saying that he just watched the season I was on. Like, I was shocked. I was like, wait, you remember about this conversation we had? Because even we talked about it the day before the concert. And then the day of the concert, we had the same conversation, like after the concert and everything. because he had to watch a few more episodes.
Okay.
And then we was talking about it. Mind you, I didn't talk to him for like a month and a half.
Okay.
He came back and talked to me about it. That was like, oh shit. That little conversation you have with somebody can mean a lot.
Oh, okay.
And then that built a longer relationship because, like, was it like 6-7 months later, when we met back at Afro Nation, he was like, yo, how you doing? And he was telling me more like what he's been up to. I was like, that's a friend now.
I just made a hobby? Wow.
That's not any more a client relationship. That's more a friend. Because on New Year's, on Christmas, he texts me first before if my friend texts me a Happy New Year's.
Wow.
And that's somebody I used to look up to and be like, oh, he's done all this things, all this stuff. So yeah, it's good. It's great.
I feel that. How was Afro Nation and being a part of that?
It was a lot of fun. And it feels surreal because you're on stage with some of the big names in the industry. You have all these people you never thought of, like getting to shoot, like Davido, for example. Having even some of the young names, Rema, for example. The energy they bring to the stage and just being able to capture that, it was like, wow. I'm actually doing something that I love, and I'm getting to travel for it. I'm getting to experience all of this at a young age. There is no better feeling that beats that.
How do you capture energy, like while you're like trying to find a shot?
Capture energy? Just try to find, like, the reason why I love concert photography is because you're able to find somebody, to capture somebody in their best zone, in their true nature, and something they really like doing. Because when you're at a studio shoot, you tell them how to pose.
Okay.
But when they're performing,
That's them.
they're just being them. And being able to just hold a still image for showcasing how much fun they're having, how much passion is put in their craft. It's just wow, because you don't get to see that often. That's one of the reasons why I love concert photography.
Did you ever try to get into like still photography at all, or is that more boring due to?
It is boring, but I do it.
Oh, okay.
Because it's more frequent. It pays the bills.
I feel it. How do you describe being a director, or do you even see yourself as a director when you are having shoots?
To a certain extent, to different shoots. I just try to put my vision into reality. And try to have fun at the same time. 'Cause I don't want to be too stuck up. I just want to just do what I gotta do and while having fun.
Okay, I feel. So there's not really like a story that you're walking in trying to tell. It's more like a whatever happens.
Do, like every video, every picture that I wanna post out there, I want it to tell a story. I don't want it to just be there for it being nice. Like I could take a picture of that microwave right there, and it's just gonna be blank. But I always stick to that quote that saying, a picture can tell 1,000 words.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I'd rather give a story. I would rather tell you a story than just have you like a picture for it just being nice. So that's why, even with the concert, that's why I try to get them in motion.
Okay.
Rather than just getting them when they're holding their mics. That look nice, but when they're jumping and you capture them in the air, that tells more.
What do you think was your craziest shot that you ever got?
I think so far, like Rema.
Okay. Why was it so crazy?
Like, just look at it. He was literally in the air.
Levitating. Oh.
And just his energy is surreal. Like, he just, boom, jumping all over the place.
I feel it.
But also that the Burna Boys I took recently,
Did he post those?
he posted one of them,
Oh, okay.
but he posted the ones that I did my first ever concert that I've been to actually in 2019.
Oh wow.
Which is one of the reasons why I was like, I'm not wasting my time actually.
Okay.
I am getting somewhere. Slowly but surely.
Do you feel like okay?